Recently, I spoke to a few friends of mine who happen to be aspiring entrepreneurs who are planning to launch new businesses next year, and were inquiring about how to promote it on social media, but without doing so on video because they don't really like that sort of thing. I told them I had the perfect solution. Start with a podcast. Now, they were a little concerned about what all went into it, so I explained to them how Spotify for podcasters makes it simple, as you can record, edit, schedule, and grow your community all from your phone or from your computer or whatever else you want to use. Plus, if they wanted to monetize it, Spotify will even go out and find them advertisers. And the craziest part is, they do all this for free. So if you're like my friends, stop wasting time, start making money today by heading over to spotify.com/podcasters or download the Spotify for Podcasters app today. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your host, Akil Stokes. I got a very special episode today. I'm very excited about it because we haven't done one of these in a while. But today, I'm going to share with you an interview, not one of myself, but an interview with one of the aspiring traders on our Tier 1 trading platform. Now, before you shut the podcast down because you only want to hear from me, trust me when I say this, right? I know you guys hear a lot of interviews out there of different super traders and master traders, and don't get me wrong, those are very helpful, very insightful. I love listening to them myself, but it hits a little bit different when you hear from someone that's in a similar situation as you are in. So trust me when I say that these interviews are very, very powerful. Today's is pretty cool. It comes from a trader who was with us a while ago. She left because she was focusing on a digital marketing business and couldn't really balance two at the same time. But since then, she's got the digital marketing business down, and now it's time to focus on trading. And the reason that she got back into trading, well, one of the reasons I should say, is because of the, kind of presence and popularity of AI and kind of the fear, I guess, or the idea that AI may start stealing people's jobs. And if AI is going to start stealing people's jobs, well, maybe you're not as safe as you thought you were. So trading is one of those things where it's a skill that you have, and no matter what's happening around the world, you're in control of your future. And that's one of the reasons I flocked towards trading as well. Another reason that we share is the introvertness, right? I'm not really an introvert, but I don't really want to talk to people a lot. So I hate it when I was managing money and I had to go kind of door to door and make cold calls and do these presentations and sit in people's living rooms and try to sell my business, sell them the opportunity for me to make them money. I hated it because it's not in my nature. So trading for me, right, independently was cool because I can just sit in front of a chart and do it. I don't have to talk to people if I don't want to. Now, it's funny because I talk to people on a regular basis in the podcast and in live rooms, but those are conversations that I want to have. They're not the other type of conversations that you're kind of forced into because you have to do it for the business. Anyway, a lot of similarities between this trader and myself. Hope you guys enjoyed the interview. And as always, make sure you rate and review. That's the best way you can support this show.
Of meeting you or talking to you, just tell us a little bit about yourself, Omi.
All right. So yeah, my name is Omi Zikam, and yes, you do pronounce it well. Better than some Nigerians that I know. And yeah, Omi is a good short version as well. So that too works. I am a digital marketer by profession. In fact, that's the reason why I had to pause a few years ago when I started with Tier 1.
Yep.
I was just getting back, like getting full on into like digital marketing training to be able to work in that space, and combining that with my training with Tier 1 was just starting to get a little bit too much, and I wanted to be able to give each one my all. So I made a hard decision then to just pause with Tier 1 and then really move forward with, this was like 2019, move forward with that, which I have done. And then in recent years, now that things are stable over in that area, I started to recall trading again. And one of the major things that made me to start to remember was the whole AI thing. There's been a lot of buzz in our industry about it replacing marketers and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna, but I just realized, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna play it safe and I'm gonna go back to trading, pick up that skill, and then if whatever happens in that other,
yeah,
I'm good. Yeah. So that's a bit about me. And yeah, I'm married. I have three children. So yeah.
Almost forgot the third one. Awesome. So great. So that kind of alludes to why you got back into it. I think that's a really wise idea.
Mhm.
What's kind of consuming your focus at the moment then? Because you're experienced, right? You know what you're looking at. You're kind of at a level where you're kind of developing as a trader. You're looking at strategies and setups and things like that. You're vocal in the live rooms. Like, where are you at, would you say, with your trading?
Yeah, so basically, after I left with like trading, I before I got back into tier one, initially I was trying to there are one or two other, I would say just one or two, because with the advice I got from tier one when I started, I knew basically that I've been very picky with people I listen to, down to YouTube. I'm constantly clicking those three red buttons and saying, don't show me this channel again, don't show me this, don't show me that, don't show me this. So there was just this other one guy that I actually picked up his course and then started to learn at that point, because I wasn't just quite ready to make the investment back in tier one. But all the while I just kept thinking something's missing, and it was tier one. I just knew I had to get back in. Yeah. So what essentially what the course did for me was just I still know like the fundamental, like I would say like everything in the going through the emergency trading course, the fundamentals 1 and 2. It's good like to just solidify the knowledge, because the guy kind of has a similar pattern to the way you guys teach and the guy you guys train. The only difference is he doesn't have the live rooms, and it's just you by yourself, which is really, so when you have questions, it's very difficult. You can email him, but it's like it's not the same. So I do have that knowledge well, and I'm just solidifying and then practicing right now, like to really get down to structure. Like I spent the whole of today pretty much going through some of the Q&As on reading the story on the price charts, structure, stuff like that, and just practicing. I'm about to get into the mastery course, but I don't want to rush it, where I just still want to really take time with the charts and make sure that I know how to do all the things that I need to be able to, that has been taught in the foundations before moving. So that's where I'm at, essentially.
Great. Perfect. Right. Cool. What's the kind of, I know you said why you got back into trading, but what's the kind of longer term play? You say you're a digital marketing specialist. Do you like doing that? Like, where do you see yourself with trading in the long term? Is it a tool? Is it something you're looking to kind of replace your income with, or?
Yeah, so basically, I would describe myself as an introvert. One of the reasons why I love trading so much is I like that you can just make money and not have to talk to anyone. And I'm not saying that I don't like to talk to people. I just like to be able to choose when to and who to, basically. With digital marketing, you have to constantly put yourself out there, which I'm not against, to be able to attract clients, get them to hire you and stuff like that. And for me, that part, I don't really enjoy that part. I like the actual implementation, like helping businesses like with their marketing and stuff like that. But the getting the client part is just like, it can be very daunting. And so for me, trading is a way to pretty much just surpass whatever income it is that I can make on this side, so that I am able to take that skill set. I actually do love e-commerce. I did a bit of drop shipping as well, and I loved it. I've done a little bit of e-commerce, but one of the major reasons I stopped was because of funding. So I want to be able to use trading to be able to go and start to set up like solid e-commerce brands eventually. So my marketing knowledge would not be a waste, where I would just take it and then start to apply it to building my own brands and all of that. So that's long term. And
Cool. Awesome. So what would you love to get, like, in terms of your progress? Is there something you want to get done, or a position you want to be in by 2024, or in the next few months you'd love to get done? Like, is there a milestone that you've got in mind at the moment?
Yeah, so basically I just had I had my my third baby 6-ish months ago. So I've been on maternity leave, not been working with clients or anything like that. I actually stopped like a day before I went to the hospital. Like I had to let go of clients, which is another reason why I need to be trading, because when I stopped, the income stopped,
Yeah.
which is not a good place to be. So basically, what I decided to do was, instead of getting back into like the client getting, mode and everything, I said I was just gonna front load like I said 3 months initially, but I'm thinking maybe 6 now, into front load that into just being all tier one, and then trading everything, trading essentially, because I want to be able to be in the live rooms consistently, and
Yeah.
the Q&As, things like that. So the next 6 months I want to just really give to getting like a lot of the training, and then just see where that gets me. I don't know, that's not really clear, I know, but I don't know, maybe you could help me figure
No,
it out a bit.
just you want to make some progress, right? So
Yes.
in a couple of months' time or a few months' time, when we speak again, hopefully,
Yeah.
you'll feel like there are certain things that were quite difficult or required a lot of effort now that you find a lot easier then, right? So it's a measurable kind of move into unconscious competence where you're no longer thinking about certain things, a bit like driving a car, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll say actually at least testing a strategy or two, in
Okay,
that
there you
time.
go.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
testing a strategy, cool.
Yeah.
And that's a definite, that's a binary thing that we can measure.
Yeah.
Just lastly then, is there anything that get in your way? Like what do you struggle with? What's your kryptonite? What's your what are you rubbish at? what could get in the way?
So Akil was talking about focus in one of the Q&As, where he was just talking about how important it is to be able to just be locked in when you're looking at the charts. Sometimes that can be tough, where you're just looking, and after a while your eyes just start to glaze over and stuff like that. So it's something I'm definitely working on. It helps that for most of the day children in school, so I'm able to watch the videos and go to the charts, practice. But yeah, it could definitely be a lot better, definitely. And I'm just getting more intentional about you know holding my focus where it needs to be. And but that can really be can be everywhere sometimes.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
being focused, tunnel vision on one thing rather than
Yeah.
a bit scattered.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, it's a good place to be in tier one. And another reason why tier one's so good is because you've got that community and the people to keep you on track, people
Yeah.
and these sessions to hold you accountable. So now you've told us that, we now know that's something you could potentially struggle with. So we can keep an eye on that. So
Yeah.
great.
I do sometimes kind of feel like when I'm looking at the charts, like I just have this thing where I still question myself like a lot. I feel like I'm doing it a lot as well. Where did you draw it right? Is this what it is? Is when I come into the live rooms and maybe you're seeing something different, I'm just like, oh, I knew I was wrong. I didn't do it well. Like it just feels like I need to basically just learn to appreciate the fact that learning is a process. That's another thing that I know I kind of struggle with, and I shouldn't let it like get me all weighed down thinking, oh, you're not making any progress and everything, because I'm actually like my mind is made up in regards to knowing that the next, I like how you put it, you say people overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year but underestimate what they can achieve in 2 to 5 years. So my mindset is 2 to 5 years. I keep saying, like, I have some goals written down at the back of the book that I used to take notes about, everything from the amount of capital I want to be able to trade, some milestones and stuff like that. But at the same time, the everyday process, sometimes it's difficult to appreciate the fact that I'm actually making progress, but yeah, I don't know if you understand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Amazing. No, total makes sense. I'm sure that's very, very common. Well, it is very common amongst most people, I think. So I appreciate you sharing that, and I appreciate having the kind of being that vulnerable to kind of lay your cards on the table. These sessions aren't kind of military, but they do definitely give you a fire in your belly. So if you can book in another session to maybe catch up in a few months or maybe just in the new year, that'll be awesome, because then we'll all have that date in mind and we'll know what you told us last time, and it'll just keep you focused on moving forward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on, Omi. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. And
thank you.
Yeah, I'll catch you in the live room and in the platform. Sure. Take care.
Awesome interview. Hey, if you guys are on the platform, you ever want to join and sit in on these interviews and maybe get interviewed yourself and share your story, you can do so. Our accountability sessions are hosted each and every Friday. We bring traders in, we learn about what got them into trading, where they're at in their journey, and then we try to get them to come back on a routine basis. That way it gives them a little bit of accountability as far as keeping us updated and making sure they're doing the right thing. So you can join that. Just head over to www.tier1trading.com and check it out.